you can actually do like so much better no matter the field that you're in. Teaching is an awesome profession. And today on LinkedIn, I shared a story about one of my teachers. It was actually my primary five teacher. And well, in primary school, they literally teach you, everyone to start teaches you almost everything, maybe just for diction and some specific subjects that someone else is going to take you in. But that particular teacher, I can say that he literally changed my life because he taught me everything I knew, how to write and just so many things, which I don't want to go into details. And funny enough, I met him, I think a year ago. I met him a year ago and I was like when I called him, he still remembered me. And that was amazing. So teachers are special. Teachers are definitely very special to me and to the world. The world, they don't know it yet, but teachers are very special. So I'm going to go right into it because my slides are a lot, even though like I wish I could share my slides. I was trying to load my laptop so I could actually present from my laptop, but it was taking too much time. So I really hope that you guys will be able to get everything I have to share with you today. So the theme, like I said, that I got when I said I prayed about tonight's session was beyond the classroom, beyond the classroom, helping teachers rediscover their identity beyond the classroom. So can you guys just type beyond the classroom? Just type beyond the classroom. If you're ready to take your brand, take your person, take your presence beyond the classroom because you are definitely made for more than that, beyond the classroom. Okay, so I'm going to get right into it. So welcome to today's session on personal branding for teachers. Personal branding for teachers. So first of all, I like to use icebreaker. I want to ask you this question. When was the last time you introduced yourself without saying I'm a teacher first? You can just a one sentence answer and then just continue. When was the last time you introduced yourself without saying I'm a teacher first? I just need response from one person. When was the last time you introduced yourself? If the only introduction you always give yourself anytime you get into your room is, oh, I'm a teacher. Oh, I'm a teacher. Apart from your name, apart from your name. Today, okay, that means wow, 2 weeks ago. Well, it was 2 weeks ago the last time you went to class. Okay, all right. So someone said today, okay, today. Someone said 2 weeks ago. That's 2 weeks ago. I'm very impressed. It means that you've not wrapped your identity around being a teacher. Not like it's not something to be proud of, but just to let you know that, like I said, your identity definitely goes beyond being a tutor, a coach, a teacher. All right. All right. So this statement, teaching is what you do, but it's not all that you are. Teaching is what you do, but it's not all that you are. For so many of us that are in this room, like say a few years ago, you probably were not teaching. And for so many of us, by God's grace, in the years to come, you're most likely not going to be in the teaching profession anymore. True or yes? So that is the reason why you need to be able to define yourself beyond the things that you do, which includes teaching. It's a worthy profession, but you need to understand that your identity and who you are is beyond what you're currently doing. Time and your current situation or just life circumstances can actually take you to somewhere else. Some of you that are here right now, you're probably going to be policy makers, maybe politicians like Minister of Education. I think Adora said that she wants to become Minister of Education or something. I know that there was something like that at a point. Okay.
We are getting there. We are getting there.
Because I know that was a goal you had at one point. So yeah, and I totally believe that that can come to pass. I have no doubt. All right. So today we're going to dive into why and how you should retain yourself beyond the classroom. I want to try and keep it as simple as possible. So, who am I and why does personal branding matter? This is my own personal introduction. I know Adora already introduced me. All right, so my name is Good News Kolade Ide, a personal brand and content strategist, helping personal brands to communicate their unique value for maximum visibility, impact, and profit. As someone who quit medicine after years in medical school, I know what to purpose partner, which is who is also in the field of marketing, and he is my constant inspiration to do better daily. So that is me. You can call me Dr. Goody King. Some people call me just Goody King. Some people call me Goody. Some people Mrs. Good News. Anyone you remember that suits you, you can call me that. So that's my personal introduction. And yes, I knew Adora right from secondary school. We've been friends. We're roommates at a particular point in time. And we've actually done, even after school, we've done a couple of business together when she was into footwear. I think when she was into footwear, I was like a partner and I was selling footwear with her. So we've actually come a very, very long way. And I really want to thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. And I really hope that everyone here is going to learn something, even if it's just one thing you're going to pick from tonight. I hope that you get to actually learn a lot from tonight. So now, what are the common myths that traps teachers today? What are the common things that or misconceptions that teachers have about themselves that usually traps them in being that just being in that box of being called a teacher? Now, the first one is teaching is teaching is my calling, so I must dedicate my whole life to it. That's the first myth. Yes, teaching might be your calling, but your entire life does not have to revolve around teaching. If you have other interests, explore it. You don't have to box yourself up just in this teaching environment. Now, the second one is if I spend time on myself and being selfish. Okay, can you hear me? Hope there's no problem.
There are some people that choose to unmute their mics.
Oh, okay. No problem. Right. So the second myth is if I spend time on myself, I'm being selfish. So in the process of wrapping yourself or boxing yourself around just the teaching profession, you neglect your me time, you neglect personal time or hanging out with friends or even having time to grow yourself. So that's the second myth. So even if you're a teacher, you can still have time to do other things. You don't, it's not being selfish. This is actually you pouring into yourself so that you can be able to pour out to others. And then the third thing is I don't have time for anything else except my students, or just marking script and just being in the classroom, making sure you're getting your curriculum ready, your lecture notes ready, and all of that. So that's the third bit. You don't have time for anything else. You don't have time for yourself. Some people even get to the extent of neglecting family responsibilities. That's especially if you're married or stuff like that. So that's the third misconception that you get as a teacher. Now, how do these misconceptions or these myths, how do they affect your life? The first one is burnout, frustration, and loss of personal interest. When you're completely boxed in just your teaching profession, you're just going to school, then you come back home, you're just always tired, you're frustrated, you're always complaining, where everybody seems to be moving along with life, but you're not doing anything interesting with your life. So that is how those misconceptions affect you as a person. The second thing is feeling unseen and undervalued outside of work. I understand the fact that teachers don't get paid a lot, especially in Nigeria. I don't know about other parts of Africa, but I know very well that teachers are not paid so much. That's why always like this constant strikes and all of that. So when you when you actually box yourself in these misconceptions on me, you start to feel unseen, undervalued outside of your work. It means that when you're outside of the school environment, we I'm just in fact that quote, I am just a teacher, you're not just a teacher. Okay? So just maybe get all right, so let's continue. Okay. Now, struggling to relate to people beyond school-related topics. Okay. So when you box yourself that, just within the school environment and all of that, you might not be able to you talk to people. You want to talk about politics. You want to talk about, just other topics that are more interesting, hobbies and all of that. So because you box yourself and because you believe those certain things, you don't have time for other things, you don't have time for yourself to grow yourself, you tend to struggle to relate with other people beyond school related kind of topics. Now, how do you reclaim your life beyond the classroom? Number one, you need to rediscover your interest. You need to rediscover your interest. I want you to think back before teaching, what did you love doing? I want you to type that in the chat box. Before you started teaching, what what did you love doing? What are the hobbies that you actually enjoy doing that you currently stop? What did you love doing before you started teaching? A hobby that it seems like teaching professionals are really stolen from you. So just type it. Let me see if like outside of class. Hmm? I don't know if anybody responded. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Traveling, interesting, makeup, volunteering in the environmental area. Oh, wow. Drawing, exploring places. Wow, that. And as you're answering that, I want to ask you that how many of you are still currently exploring? Some of you might be interested in writing, music, some of you even sing, business, fitness, travel. Like for me, when I was in medical school, I was just involved in. I really liked the idea of business. Obviously, that's the reason why I started selling footwear when I was in medical school. I found a way to import it to the country I was at that moment, and I was just running the thing behind the scenes. Okay, so it's amazing. It's so amazing to hear that you guys definitely had lives before teaching. So okay, oh, awesome, awesome. Okay. Unduenso. Hope I pronounced your name properly. Okay, you said you're currently still doing. That's amazing. That's what we're talking about. That your life does not just. In fact, like when you have certain passions, beyond your teaching, you can always incorporate it into your teaching. It makes your teaching more interesting, and it definitely makes you to love what you're doing better. You find it more fun, and you don't get burnt out like the things I just, mentioned. Okay. Want you to do something for me this week or this weekend. This weekend, all right? I want you to take 10 minutes and write three non-teaching activities that excite you. List three non-teaching activities that excite you just beyond the classroom. Okay? All right. And now step two is for you to set boundaries without guilt. Set boundaries without feeling guilty. All right, so let's say that you're given an assignment by the proprietor, proprietress. I don't know what they call it in our various countries. All right, and then you know that at this certain time you don't do this thing. So let's say at 5 p.m. that's when you stop, or 7 p.m. that's when you stop things about school. I want you to, fix boundaries around yourself that is actually going to enable you to have, personal time to do other things for yourself. Because your job is important, but so are you. Your job is important, but so are you. Okay? Now, step 3, create a simple me time routine. For some of us that like things like skincare, okay, you just want to or you want to have like a solo day, take yourself out. You want to, like some of us mentioned, drawing, or for those that like to travel, you just take a trip, maybe use the, for Nigerians now, let's say take the train in Nigeria, just go to another state, just relax over the weekend, things like that. You can actually work on things like that, and you're going to even like enjoy your profession way, way, way better. Okay? Sorry about that, guys. My light just went off. I'm in Nigeria, so okay. I think I have an alternative. Oh wow. All right. I hope this doesn't affect anything. You can still see me. Now you don't need 15 to 30 minutes time. You don't need so many hours. 15 to 30 minutes of personal time daily can make a very huge difference in your life. 15 to 30 minutes of personal time daily can make a very huge difference in your life. Okay? So you don't need so much time like that. All you need is just little time for you to involve yourself in your hobby. Some of the ideas for hobbies include journaling, walking, meditating, side hustles, and hobbies. And a practical step you can take today is to set a daily view time. You can just set maybe block a time. We call it time blocking. Set like 30 minutes in your day, or let's say even in the weekend, and just use it to do something that you actually enjoy. For those that travel, I know that 30 minutes might not be enough, but even if for you to just take a stroll to like maybe a new boutique, it could be like a new supermarket in your area, just do that. That's just a little way of exploring the things that you love to do. And step 4 is to find a community that sees you beyond teaching. If this your, for example, Nduenso, I guess, that has an interest in, you know, green communities and all that, I think like things like climate change and all that, you can join a climate change kind of community, or a green, I think green life or green, now this I don't know I don't know the name to put right now. Sorry, the light kind of sets me off, so a little bit here and there. Okay, so like let's say clean living, clean environment, you can join a community that does that. And for those that have like other big, whether it's music and all of that, you have certain communities that you can join on any platform of your choice, maybe a mentor that someone that you look up to, you can also join something like their groups, so that you can be inspired and you don't get burnt out after the classroom. Okay. Now connect with others who share your non-teaching interest. Connect with others who share your non-teaching interest. Don't let the only friends you have just be teachers. Don't let the only friends you have just be teachers. Be friends with other people in other fields. So you can have other things to talk about. That way you can share ideas and even improve in whatever it is that you do. For example, we have online networking events, hobby-based meetups, and so you can join profession. Now, how can you turn your passions into income? How can you turn your passions into income? Does anybody here like money? Does anybody here like money? Let me know if I'm the only one that likes money.
We are many. We're many.
All right. If you like money, just type money in chat box. If you don't like money, you should not be in this class. Honestly.
Exactly.
Yeah. I can see my money people. Oh, okay. And you like you like money more. All right. Please, it's good. Please, money is very good. It's very good, honestly. Okay. So now how can pass to income? Okay, you give me a moment, okay? Okay. All right. All right. So many teachers have untapped potentials. Many teachers have things that they've never explored. And and sometimes it's because beyond school, beyond the classroom, there is nothing else that they find doing. Sometimes the excuse is, oh, I don't have time. I'm always tired when I get back from class. My students are so stressful and all of that. So I'm just going to give you some ideas on how you can turn your passion into income. All right. The first one is start a side hustle. Start a side hustle. It doesn't have to be something, very big. You don't even need to have a physical shop. These days, business has become so easy that all you need to do is just to maybe have a business page online and then you can start that side hustle. Okay. Now build a personal brand online. That's exactly the reason why we're here. And I'm going to be telling you step by step process how you can start building your personal brand as a teacher. But that is how to turn your passion into income. Okay. And the next one is to monetize your skills beyond the classroom. Just like someone mentioned here, you like drawing. What if you can monetize that skill of drawing? Just what if you can, draw something and maybe a parent comes to the classroom and sees it and like, oh, you draw, can you help me to do a drawing of this? Put the drawing in your student classroom and let the parents see it. You'll be surprised that they will be the ones to actually patronize, that's your skill. That's just an example, okay? But please make sure that you're also following the rules of the school. I don't know if that is allowed, but just make sure that you also stay within the confines of the rules of the school so they don't get to fire you. You don't have to leave your teaching jobs to pursue your side hustle, especially if the side hustle is not yet paying you more than what you're earning in your teaching profession. And now another practical for this particular steps is write down one skill you could turn into a source of extra income today. I want every one of us just take maybe a jotter or a note right now. I'm going to ask you, please remind me at the end of the class. I'm going to ask you to tell me, just everybody just be mentioning what's that one skill that they have that they thought about that they could turn into a source of extra income. Don't forget we said it could be a hobby that you've forgotten about. It could be an interest that you've forgotten about, over a long period of time. So I just want you to keep that at the side. Write down one skill that you could turn into an extra source of income today. All right. And I have a free guide for you guys at the end of the class. I don't know. I'm going to share it. Maybe I'll send it to Adora so she can share it with you guys. Okay.
Okay,
So
perfect.
it's called.
Because they
Oh
are
yeah.
registered, so we can just send it to those that are registered and also those on the community.
Oh, all right. No problem. But it's a Google Doc. It's actually very. I think it's a 3-page guide. 5 ways to reclaim your identity beyond the classroom. I quickly put that together, I think today or yesterday, just to help you so that how you can reclaim your life, reclaim your identity beyond the classroom. Okay. And hopefully we're going to have a follow-up session where we actually go deeper into how to build your brand and monetize your skills and also confidently own your identity. I can tell you for free that like this thing actually works because building a brand online is definitely what has brought me to this point. Like I said, I did not finish medical school. I gave up on medicine at a point where I should have been doing my clinical rotations. But building a brand online gave me the confidence to be able to stand before you guys today and actually tell you what I know. Everything I know today, I know them from reading books and taking courses online. So I will not say that I'm self-made. God really helped me. Okay, God really helped me through my journey. And I believe that every one of you can do the same. It doesn't matter the profession that you are doing right now, but you can definitely build a brand beyond the classroom. All right. Like I said, you are more than a teacher. You have gifts, you have passions and dreams that deserve attention. And it's time to start living as you, not just teacher Nduenso, not just teacher Mary, not just teacher Isaac, not teacher David, but as you, okay? As you, just the way you are. All right, so now we're going to jump into the step-by-step process of building a personal brand as a teacher. And we're going to stay in the confines of building a personal brand online because, well, you cannot really build a personal brand privately, even though building a personal brand actually starts from knowing who you are, being self-aware, and then expressing it by showing up consistently online. All right. So why do teachers need a personal brand? Why do teachers need personal brand? Number one reason why you as a teacher needs a personal brand is professional growth. Professional growth. You can position yourself as an expert, giving credibility to your career and also open doors to more opportunities. You can open doors to more opportunities. I actually remember now, something just came to my mind that because of the way I position myself online, I think I got maybe a job opportunity to be a marketer in a school. And I was surprised because I was not sure when I submitted that kind of form. But why I'm saying this is that however you decide to grow yourself or build yourself can actually like present can actually enable you to put yourself in front of bigger opportunities, larger opportunities, so that you can grow, so that you can earn more, so you can grow and so that you can earn more. Those who know how to communicate their value, who know how to communicate their expertise, they're usually seen as having higher value, and then people would want to hire them for bigger opportunities. And something it might not even be for you to teach. It might be for you to head a school. It might be for you to become a policy maker, like I said. It might be for you to become a minister of education. It can be for you to be one of the members of House of Representatives. I'm thinking big. Oh. I'm thinking very big. I think I'm just mentioning big things. So because I've seen you guys definitely beyond the school environment. That's why I'm talking like this. All right. Now, so the second reason why you need a personal brand is also to expand your impact. Your teaching isn't limited to a classroom. I said that. You can educate, inspire, and mentor beyond the classroom. You can educate, inspire people, and impact beyond the classroom. Okay. And then the third reason is because of freedom of expression. You get to talk about things beyond just your subject areas, education trends, teacher well-being, and life lessons. So you can actually, explore other areas of your life. You can, inspire people more and just share your life experiences with people, and people can be inspired. You can start even mentoring other people online who just want to learn from your wealth of wisdom. Okay, so that's also what personal branding does for you. And then the fourth one is opportunities and income. I think I mentioned that when I mentioned talked about professional growth. So a strong personal brand can lead to speaking engagements, book deals, course sales, consulting, and more. It gives you opportunities and opportunity for more income. More people will see you and definitely can look forward to earning more. You might want to write a book about your teaching experience. You might want to write a book about how to cater to special kind of students in your classroom, or your unique strategy for teaching that has changed your students' life. Okay, so that is why teachers need personal branding. So now let's get right into it. So how can you build a personal brand as a teacher? Number one step is for you to define your unique angle, your unique niche and message. Please don't think about that word niche. Anytime people hear the word niche, they always seem to get scared. Okay, they always seem to get scared. I'm going to take a break soon because I'm actually looking at my phone to read the slides. So I'm going to look at the chat box just in case you guys are saying something and I can't see it. I'll take a break soon. All right. So the first step is for you to define your unique angle. What is your unique message? What is the unique thing about you that you want people to know you for beyond being a teacher? Like I said, and I'm going to repeat over and over again, your brand isn't just you being a teacher, it is what you want to be known for. It is what you want to be known for. It is what you want to be known for. Okay? And only you can actually only you can actually define what you want your brand to be known for. If you just want to be known as a teacher, then that's fine. You can always put yourself out there as a teacher only. But if you want to do beyond that, you can start to explore other sides of yourself that is going to actually make people to know you so much better. So you can open yourself up to, more opportunities. Now let's look at questions to help you define your brand. Since I said the first step is for you to find your unique message, let's look at questions you need to ask yourself to define your brand. I can tell you that personal branding isn't so difficult if you can actually sit down and ask yourself certain questions. You can actually sit down and ask yourself certain questions, okay? Right. So the first question you need to ask yourself is, what topics am I passionate about beyond my subject? I'm going to give examples. Are you passionate about teachers' wellness? Are you passionate about teaching strategies? Are you passionate about career growth? Are you passionate about side hustles for teachers? If that's what you want to talk about, that can be your unique message. Number two question is, who do I want to help? Who do I want to help? Who do I want to help? Do you want to help teachers just like yourself? Do you want to help special needs students? Do you want to help parents? Or do you want to do you want to help education policymakers? You need to ask yourself, who are the people that you want to be talking to as you build your brand? So you can write on a piece of paper as we ask this question. You can start answering them right now. Like number one was, what topics am I passionate about beyond just my teaching subject area? The second one is, who do I want to help? So you can take a jotter, a note, and just begin to write the answers to those questions so you can, start taking action on them after this session. Number three is, what transformation can I help others to achieve? What transformation can I help others to achieve? What transformation can I help others to achieve? Is it possible for you to help parents to nurture their special needs children so that they can actually show up confidently normal like every other normal student? That can be the transformation you want to offer. That's an example. That can be transformation you want to offer. Do you want to make mathematics easy? They want to make something that's in fact some people that's their life goal, make mathematics easy. And then before you need they start a YouTube channel and they start monetizing their YouTube channel. Now I'm going to go into examples of niches for teacher personal brand. One niche is niche, let me just define it in a very simple way. Niche is just more like niche is something like choosing a specific area that you want to focus on. That's the way I can define it. Because just choosing a specific area that you want to focus on. Okay. So if you were to niche down as a teacher, you can decide to focus on number one, let's say teachers' mental health and work-life balance. Like what Adora is doing right now, right? What Adora is doing at the teachers outreach channel, she's inspiring other teachers to show up more confidently. She's helping them to, become better versions of themselves. That's her niche. Okay, that's her niche. So an example is teacher mental health and work-life balance. Another example is teaching strategies for struggling students. There are students that don't know how to um they don't learn like the way normal students learn. Some people like you have to put in extra effort and actually develop like teaching aids and just a different way to help them to learn. So that's another niche. Another niche which is I think is very interesting is ed tech and digital learning. Ed tech and digital learning. Whenever I want to learn anything, I usually just go to YouTube or I go to Udemy and get a course or something. So that's something that you can explore. For those of you that there's a particular subject that you're so good at, you can start a YouTube channel and just tell your students that if they want um maybe during their weekends and maybe you don't have time to, they can tell them watch it, share with their friends and other schools, upload those videos, okay? And you can even decide to make your after school things to be Zoom classes and all of that. And it grows, you end up monetizing it. Okay. And another niche is teaching abroad is a very sweet spot when it comes to teaching because there's a lot of money there. TOEFL teachers, IELTS teachers, SAT teachers, those that do what's the name of this? I think there's this LSAT, then there's this is it GCSE? Forgotten the name of that. But you get teaching abroad and teaching education. Those are other aspects to explore as well. And they also have a niche personal finance for teachers. If you've been able to manage your finance very well as a teacher, even though you're not earning a lot, this can be a very special niche for you. You can actually start building your brand around this, talking about personal finance for teachers, how they can manage even with their little pay and be able to start investing, even buy a land just with the little salary, even start saving and all of that. You can build your brand around that to help others. Another one is side hustles for educators. Let's say you're able to start a side hustle even as you were teaching. You can actually start building your brand and educating people on how to start side hustles as as teachers. Okay. All right. So with everything that I just listed, the step-by-step process that we listed, I mean the questions that I told you guys to answer, I just hope that you can take your time out and actually answer those questions so that you can answer them in your own personal time. Okay? Now we're going to step two, but before that, I want to go to the chat box. I don't want to rush this, even though we're almost done. We're definitely almost done. Okay. Please, are you with me? I hope we're not lost. I hope we're not lost. I hope we're not lost. I'm trying to rush because of time. I think I have a training by 8 today. If you're with me, please let me see you guys in the comment section, please. If you're with me and you're getting something from what I've said so far. Mm. All right. Mm. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I'm not alone. Thank you. Next step to build your brand after finding your unique message is for you to choose a platform of your choice. Now, where would you rather show up? Where's the best platform for you to choose? I always advise for you to choose one. Start with one. Start with one particular platform first. Don't jump and start posting on multiple platforms because for me, I started growing on Facebook first. And then after a little while, I went to LinkedIn, and now I think I have like 10,000 plus followers on LinkedIn so far. So, and now I'm actually on TikTok. So, for you as a teacher, where are the places that you can build? You can choose LinkedIn. LinkedIn is good for professional networking, thought leadership, career growth. Then Instagram for engaging visuals, reels, that's for videos, and relatable teacher content. TikTok, you want short, fun, engaging teacher content. Then YouTube, this for those of you that actually know how to engage in conversations. So for long form educational content, tutorials, and storytelling. And then for Twitter, you just want to share quick tips, industry conversations. And what I love about all these platforms, well, maybe except Instagram, I think Instagram is the only platform that doesn't really pay right now. But for most of these platforms, yeah, and LinkedIn doesn't pay. It doesn't pay directly, it doesn't pay creators. At least not yet. But for other platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter, I know that you can monetize your content creation on those platforms. So just choose one platform to start with and then commit to growing on it. Okay. And then step three is create content that builds authority and community. Now, don't just copy and paste other people's content. Don't just copy and paste what ChatGPT tells you, but based on your own personal stories, your personal struggles, and the things, real life things that people can actually relate to. Share your experience. One thing I would like to warn us is please do not lie. Please do not exaggerate your experience just so that people can read your content. It's really not good for your brand in the long run because you have to back up that lie over and over again, right? So now that you have a niche and the platform, let's talk a little bit about content. Let's talk a little bit about content. What should you be sharing on social media while you're trying to build your brand? What should you be sharing? Number one is educational and thought leadership kind of content. So share insights, your unique strategies, your own unique perspectives on teaching. Okay. If you believe that um if you don't believe in the idea of summer school lessons, share your opinion and let us understand the reason why. I'm just giving you an example, okay? Right? For example, why traditional homework is outdated and what to do instead. If you recommend, students just doing activities instead of giving them assignments to take home, tell us the reason why you think about that. Number two is personal and relatable stories. I already talked about that. Now share your journey as a teacher or around whatever area of your life you want to share. So share your struggles and wins as a teacher. You can even start sharing your personal experience when you were in school, okay, and use that to relate with now that you're a teacher. You can even compare and contrast teaching in, let's say, for me when I was in school, teaching in 2010 versus teaching in 2025. Just compare and contrast, what the difference between how school used to be in those days and how it is right now. Okay, and I want an example is how I overcame burnout and fell in love with teaching again. For those of you that still feel stressed when it came to your teaching career, you can share how you overcame burnout and how you fell in love with your teaching career again. And then another example is engagement and community building. Ask questions, you can even share viral memes and encourage discussions around very sensitive topics. I know that when the issues with all this I've forgotten, I don't know, I've forgotten the names of these schools. Maybe because I'm not so much in the field. These schools where I think some students died or something and all. And you can try to share your perspective. You don't have to like you don't have to be very mean about the things you say when you're sharing your opinion about maybe, or you can say how the school should have responded and telling that is actually going to drive a lot of conversation and how students can be disciplined better in school, how to approach disciplinary action and all of that. When you begin to encourage discussions, among a lot of audiences. I can tell you that parents who are online are going to engage, and even people that have been students before are definitely going to engage as well. Okay, an example of engagement kind of conversations are what's the funniest question a student has ever asked you? Students can be very funny, ask you certain questions in class, and it could be very very just mind boggling. So that can actually encourage conversations as well. And then the fourth one is monetization and opportunities, how teachers can build income streams. That's an example of content that you can share as well. So an example of that is 5 side hustles for teachers that actually work. Let's say you've engaged yourself in side hustles before and you want to share your own advice, your own opinion, your own experience and your struggles and all when it comes to side hustles for teachers. Share it and let people know so that people can actually learn from it and other teachers can, see it as well. Okay, now a practical step is to brainstorm 10 content ideas based on these things that I shared. brainstorm 10 content ideas based on these themes I just shared. Okay? Now, step 4 is for you to post consistently and engage with your audience. You've heard this over and over again. Consistency is key. I will have been posting on LinkedIn for over 2 years, and I can tell you that it's consistency that has brought me to where I am. My consistency made me get better at writing, made me get connected to like very brilliant minds and top people. And that's the reason why now when I say, oh yeah, I want to do a training, like people can hop on the training because I've been very consistent. So this is how you can stay engaged with your audience over time. Choose a consistency that works for you. I don't have any issues posting every day. I can post every day. I can even post almost 3 times a day, sometimes even 2 times if I want. Like that's how content comes to me spontaneously. Okay, it's just because it's my thing. That's my strong point. But for you, because you don't have the time, you can choose a day in the weekend and just schedule your posts and craft them and get them ready to be posted over the week. You can choose 3 to 5 times. I would encourage minimum of 3 times a week for you to post on any platform that of your choice. Number 2 is use storytelling techniques and engagement based kind of content. Since we're all teachers, I think it's be much more easier for you to tell stories. Okay, so make sure that you're incorporating storytelling into your content creation, and then respond to comments, DMs, and participate in discussions. If you can have just create like maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes every day to just respond to just engage on other people's posts and also to respond to comments, DMs, and participate in discussions. Okay, so that's how you can be consistent and engage. You also pay attention to the questions that people are asking in your comment section, and that can give you an idea for your next content. Pay attention to discussions that are going on. Sometimes even the questions that are sent asked in class can be your next content. It can be a discussion you guys have at your PTA meeting. That can be your next content. But be very careful not to divulge information that you're not supposed to when it comes to privacy kind of matters. Okay. Now, step 5, position yourself for opportunities. Position yourself for opportunities. Network with other educators and brands. Like I said, comment on posts. You can also join communities as much as you don't have to join a lot. You don't have to join a lot. And then offer value beyond your content. Maybe you can organize live sessions, workshops, just like what Adora is doing right now. It's a very, very perfect example. Then monetize strategically. You can start by coaching other people in a particular area you're very good at. You can even do digital product. Digital product is something that has brought me money over time. In fact, it has brought me money like in times of emergency. When I need like one urgent 2K here and there, I have this I have this grace for producing ebooks at like very, very quickly. Or speaking engagement, people can pay you to actually speak. Trust me, people can pay you to speak. Okay, so those are the ways you can position yourself for opportunities. And as you begin to consistently put yourself out there on whatever platform it is that you choose, I usually recommend LinkedIn when you want to start building your brand, especially for you guys as teachers. I would say LinkedIn is a perfect place to start. It's not as hard as people think. Trust me, it's not as hard as people think. I've seen people grow up to 5,000 followers within just 30 days. It's just for you to know how the platform works and for you to be consistent. All right, so now we've come to the end of tonight's session. I was really trying to rush it because I want you guys to ask questions. I don't have so much time as we have it here by let's say 7:50. So like I said, I have a free guide I'm going to be giving you guys, um, which is called 5 Ways to Reclaim Your Life Beyond the Classroom. 5 Ways to Reclaim Your Life Beyond the Classroom. And we're also hoping to have a follow-up session. Maybe it's going to be like a 5 day kind of training or something where we actually go like dive deep into how you can develop your brand like step by step. And I actually would love to guide you guys. Me and Adora are still going to, talk more about it and how exactly it's going to go. And I also saw the survey as well, and I can see what you guys are interested in. But if this is something that you want to do, you want to do something beyond just being a teacher, because I believe you're more than that. What if, I don't pray for anybody to get sacked, but when you build a brand, there is something for you to always fall back to. There's something for you to always fall back to. Whatever job it is that we have right now is very, very temporary. I lost one of my job opportunities at the beginning of the year, and I can tell you it was a very, very major source of income. But yes, along the way, I was able to like pick myself back up because I had a personal brand. I had digital products that were there selling for me, and God knows that it has come in handy time and time again. And I want to end with this. I would just like to end with this today, that I want you to look at yourself beyond just this teaching. I want you guys to see yourself just beyond this teaching field, honestly, because you're definitely more than that. And I'm sure most of you already even know these things I'm telling you. This is probably like a confirmation for a lot of you. You've been asking God like this year to show you like there is something more. There is something more beyond this teaching profession that you're meant to do. A lot of you are called for more, but you don't want to you don't want to challenge yourself to move into the next phase of your life. You're not going to be a teacher forever. You're not going to be a teacher forever. Many of you. Some people would be because probably that's their life mission. But for some of you here, you know yourself. You know yourself very well. I'm talking to one particular person. You're not going to be a teacher forever. There is something that, so I say God has placed in your heart. I'm a Christian, sorry, so I can't just help but keep saying God. But there's something that God placed in your heart that you're supposed to do this year. But you've been procrastinating on it, and you've been telling yourself that, "Oh, I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I'm ready for this opportunity." This is a sign for you that it's time. It's time. It's actually time for you to jump into that shoes that God has already prepared for you. It's time right now. This year, 2025, it's not perfect. February 28th, 2025 is that day that you receive this, that yes, it's time for you to do something new. As we're entering the new month, perfect time for you to really start building your brand. I just announce it's a new month and I'm building my brand on, let's say, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever it is. Some of you are very good at doing videos. I'm not so good at learning as time goes on. Convict you. And not to confuse you that there is life for you beyond the classroom. There is life, there's more. There is more in you, there's more for you beyond the classroom that you're in right now. So I would like to call it a day. I think that would be all for today. So if you have any questions,
Wow, guys, let's celebrate Dr. Goody. Thank you so, so much. I love it. I always love the practical thing. You know, I love the practical thing, and you've given us a lot of practical steps that we can begin to take from today. I'm even glad that today is the last day of the month. In case you do not know, anything for 30th or 31st, there's none. No. Tomorrow is March 1st. And it's even a weekend. So it's great
yeah.
that starts on that note. Thank you so much. Really, really, I personally appreciate you for taking our time to come and teach us. And guys, please let's say our thank yous. Let's say our thank you. She started from, soft and then went deep. And this is even still surface. She has not even still gone deep like that. So that's why she mentioned, the other class. And it was also in the survey for those people that would love to have that. I'm pretty sure everyone would love to have that in-depth class, So thank you so much. If you have questions, does anyone have any question? You can unmute yourself if you don't have a noisy background to ask your question. Please ask now. Platform, she has mentioned that, content ideas, where to start from, how to even have know your interests beyond teaching, how to convert your passion into an income. Ask those questions, guys. Ask your questions. Ask your questions. If you have any on the survey, some people say they have concerns about niche. Okay, Mrs. Bronke, please go ahead. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Goody. Just like you said, just like you said, you are just this tonight's session is just like an answered prayer. So, I don't know what's your take about Facebook. I didn't hear you talk about Facebook because personally, I feel I don't know what it is with me with Facebook. I really do not like it, and I see most people do Facebook. So I don't want to. You don't like it too? Oh, don't worry, you've answered my question. Don't worry.
But let me share my take. Let me share my take on it, right? As much as I don't personally like Facebook, I don't discourage people from building there because I started from Facebook, okay? And I can say that there are quality people on Facebook if you know how to position yourself very well. Like you literally have to find a way to separate yourself from separate yourself from people that are just looking for trouble on Facebook. So if you know how to do that, you can actually position yourself. I don't like Facebook personally. I don't know why. And even though I started from there, and I will not like my passion on Facebook was like really, really fast. But I grew faster on LinkedIn. That's why. But I still don't see anything bad in starting from Facebook. So it's just a personal preference.
Okay, thank you. So that means that I am okay. I just thought I'm the word one because when people
No,
talk
no,
about
no.
Facebook, I really just feel like I don't know. I really do not do Facebook, so I wanted to be sure. Okay, someone has a question. Thank you very much for your time, ma'am.
You're welcome. All right. Okay. Do you have to accept every request on Facebook for you to go? My dear, please no. No. In fact, that's something that I actually learned the hard way, both even on LinkedIn. The thing is that when you accept people's requests, this is how connections, followers works on social media. Let me explain this to you guys. So whenever you accept people's connection requests to follow them and all of that, it means that these people are going to be on your timeline when you read when you read their post, that particular platform is also going to be recommending people like that to you. So you need to safeguard your environment. I usually call my feed my environment. Once I start seeing content that not make sense, I will unfollow. I'll just I just remove it or I block it. So you really don't have to accept every request on Facebook. Protect your space. Anything that does not serve you. I have three principles. I follow people that motivate me, that's not like inspire me, people that teach me something, or people that make me laugh. If you're not doing any of those three, I'm sorry, I'm not I'm not interested. Okay. So you need to protect your feed, protect your social media feed so that you don't start seeing things. I know the way social media works now, it's like anything you engage on, then they start recommending more things like that, more people like that to you. So that's just it. So you don't have to accept every single request, okay?
Yeah. Thank you. Esther, go ahead.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Ma. It has been an insightful time. Please, my question is based on LinkedIn. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
All right, so my question is based on LinkedIn. Now, on LinkedIn, we have this section, the training requests. I don't know if you can. They have a part where sometimes I get messages asking for training requests, and I really don't know what
All
that
right.
is about. Are they asking me to train them, or I don't know what that's all about?
All right. So if you notice, I'm guessing you can't view it, right?
What?
You can't view it, like you can't really
Yes,
click
yes,
on it to
yes,
see it. Because I
yes.
have that as well. So that feature is actually for premium users, and anytime that kind of request comes in, it can actually be both ways. It's not like direct. So it's still you're actually able to see the full message that you actually know what it is all about. The training request is kind of vague. Okay, so it's more like just an heading. So it can be both ways. Do you understand?
Okay.
It can be both ways. It's not specific. So I think it's just a feature that LinkedIn knows what they are doing because they know that you have to like click it to actually know the exact details of the training request that is, you know, being asked for it. So it can be both ways. It's not just a training for you. It can also be like training for them as well. So
Okay. Okay.
it's not just
All right.
okay.
Thank you very much.
So, okay.
All right. Okay. Miss Antonia has a question. When creating content, is it a must to show your face all the time? For those of us that are shy, how do we overcome such challenges?
Okay. My fellow shy me. Hi. I'm showing you my face. I'm also shy. How do you overcome such challenges? Let me see. So, um, first thing I'll tell you is that if you really want to overcome this challenge of beating shyness, you just have to show it. Like for you to beat the shyness, like show the shyness that you don't want to be shy. Show the shyness that you don't want to be shy. Honestly, that's the best way to beat it. Like I said, to be honest, I'm actually quite shy. People don't believe when I say it because I've actually put myself in front of a lot of things. I love what Messi just said. The need to make money would delete shyness. It would eliminate shyness from you. Okay, so you just need to like you need to just tell yourself what is your why? What is your why for doing this thing? You need to give yourself like a very, very big reason. Even though you don't have to show your face for every kind of content. For example, now LinkedIn, I've been using a particular picture almost throughout this year, and all I do is to change the quote that is on that picture. Okay, although video content is now allowed on LinkedIn, but for those that are shy in quote, I'm not giving you an excuse. Oh, I'm not giving you an excuse, but if silence is a problem, and maybe you want to at least like take a step out of the boat and put your leg inside the water, you can try that method of just putting, using pictures. But I'll recommend that if you really want to be silent, you need to stop. Please thank you for asking that question. The teacher really, she was about to ask, oh, but let's allow people to express themselves. Let's allow everybody to ask questions. It will surprise you that some teachers are actually shy. So just they're shy outside the classroom. That's the word. They're shy outside the classroom. So I hope I answered your question. I hope I answered your question. There's
Awesome.
really no to worry about it. So yeah.
Okay, all right, perfect. Yeah, Praise also said there's also faceless content.
Yeah. There is. It takes a longer time to go if you decide to go faceless, and
Right.
you have to pump in more quantity if you want to go fast when it comes to faceless content. So, but it works. I've seen lots of channels that do that, and your content has to be top notch.
Yeah, top
So yeah,
notch and post more. You can't just post like once in a week or compared to
and
people can really always come back to and think about
yeah,
faceless.
exactly. They put a face to the name already, so it's easy for
Yeah,
them to
so
just this person.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a teacher, you be over. I mean, you should talk about shyness. I don't believe, honestly, I don't believe in shyness. I'm one of those people because when you're around people that you're familiar with, you talk a lot. You
Mm,
are yourself. When you're in your classroom, you're yourself. So why is it that when it comes to strangers, you
mm,
all of a sudden you say you are shy? There is a way to overcome those things, so you just have to work on it, right?
yeah,
Um,
sure.
yeah. So, any more questions before we because she's already past her time. If you have any questions anyway, just anything to the community, we'll forward it and you get a response. But I'm going to let Dr. Goody go while we make other announcements. But there is going to be, I believe there is going to be a class moving on. another class for personal branding, but she's going to hold your hand, but it's going to be paid for, right? That's why in the survey we asked what you could afford below 5K, between 5 to 10K. Nobody said above 10K. All right, I understand. I understand as teachers, some of us are making certain amount of money that if you spend that money on transport alone, only God knows how much is left. But I'm going to have a conversation with her behind the scene based on the survey that we've gotten, and then we can schedule another time for moving forward where she would hold your hands for you to build like your brand and actually turn your passion into an income, So, but let's say our thank yous to Dr. Goody while we let her go, and then just wait back for further announcements. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. When I said knowing what, okay. All right, thank you so much. Good news. We're so we just I'd buzz you after now. I just want to let you go since you have other commitments. For
Yeah,
now.
thank you so much. I really
So much.
appreciate you guys. Yeah,
All
and I
right.
think I'm going to add something extra to the guide I wanted to give you. I think I created a content planner. It was supposed to be for those in the follow-up session, but I'm just going to share it because I know some people are already itching to share that content on Monday. So
So
I'm
much.
just
You can
going to share.
It's only for people that attended though. I'm not going to share this particular one. It will not be for the whole community. Only how many people, how many are we here? Just for we. And for those in TSTA, the academy. That's all.
Yeah, okay, no
Mm.
problem. So I'll share that with Adora. It's two of them. I think I'll do that tomorrow morning.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so
So,
much. Thank you, Miss Antonia. Please remind me to select it too.
all right.
Awesome. All right. Bye. I'll see you soon.
All right.
Okay. All right, everyone. Before we go, thank you so much for joining in. If you have any more questions, just drop your question in the community or send me a DM and I'll forward your questions to Good News. We have our first community hangout of the year coming up March. What is this? Yes, March 7th, which is next week, Friday. I'm excited. It's also our community induction as well. So if you've been saying, I want to join this community, but I don't know how to join this community, here is your chance. Or you're in the community, you're like, I don't know what the Fresh Look Africa is about. This is your opportunity. So I want you to join us. I want you to join us. The flyer will be sent after now for our community hangout. It's going to be so much fun. If you're just looking for a time to unwind, you want to network, you want to meet people, other teachers. Remember, teachers, other people that are not teachers as as well. Hopefully you can have that. So it's coming up. Oh, sorry, pardon me. It's not March 7th, it's March 14th. All right, it's on the 14th. Pardon me. Volunteer hangout is March 7th. All right, so it's March 14th by 7 p.m. Please do not hesitate to send it to your colleagues once we send the flyers across to everyone. It's very important. Then also an email will be going out to give you further details on the upcoming class. So if you want, when I tell you that she's going to hold your hands, she held her hands for 30 days and it was free. It was a free challenge, but this one is not going to be free because she has done this one for us for free. So please, she's going to come back, but it's going to be paid for. Hopefully everyone can afford it at the time we tell you guys that the class has been set. She also has a book. She has a content planner. She's going to give it to us already, so that's an amazing one. But it's actually paid. That book is, I think, about 4,000, and she wants to give it to us for free. So that's amazing. That's why you should join the community if you are not in the community yet. Yeah, I think that's everything that I have to say. The paid master class will be coming up. We'll let you know, but just start saving your money probably around 3,000-ish. That's how much you'll pay. Then yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm sorry, my daughter is here. She's my assistant. Thank you. For TSTA students, ensure that you